Good morning, everyone. Okay, so since morning, I believe a lot of information was shared by all the industry leaders as well as the key speakers and diplomats which we had in this room. We talk about digitalization because when we talk about digitalization, there are dark side as well. And something was already explained by our speaker since morning about the cyber security. So going digitalization, while it is providing a services, the easiness for citizenship to have the government service available in their hand. But on the backside, there are a lot of efforts which has been done, lot of activities, lot of dark side which has been tackled by the organization, by the partners like us, like we work with the government of India to ensure to provide a security to their assets. So we're going to touch two agenda, and I'm not going to talk about Trellix in starting. I'm going to talk about some of the key facts, some of the research, which actually should, at least attract your attention or you should be feeling like what is going on in this particular digitalization space and why we should every citizenship of India carry the responsibility to ensure that they are equally responsible to ensure the digitally safe Bharat. So let's have a look of threat landscape. Because when we say digital India, it is the interconnected system, because whatever service you are getting, the systems are getting interconnected and those are providing services to you. Now, when the systems are interconnected, the thing is, there are cyber risks. And if you follow this screen, so the Data Security Council of India, they did a research in 2024 and they identified around 369 million malware detected in the systems and 8.44 million endpoint in 2024. And if you see the average, which means around 702 detection per minute has been identified on a single endpoint, which means the computer, I'm taking example, which you are using, every computer is detecting around 700 malware per minute, which is a very, very big number, which actually give you a view how the cyber criminals are active, how they are targeting our digital infrastructure. The threat landscape has grown more sophisticated as demonstrated by increase in behavioral based malware detection from 12.5%, which was in 2023, now it is moved to 14.5% in 2024. This shows, because since morning we are also talking about AI, so cyber criminals are always ahead of us in adoption of AI. So they are not using a typical old generation malware, they are going in a more and more advanced tactic they are using to attack or to send the malware to our systems. The healthcare sector emerged as the most targeted industry. So the healthcare is the number one industry which was targeted by cyber criminal. The geopolitical situation, because we all know earlier there were a lot of wars which were going on in geopolitical areas where like Ukraine, Russia, etc. But based on the recent incident in between India and Pakistan, this is creating a lot of issues. And one thing which is observed, which is not covered in this slide, is there are a lot of attempts was done in between India and Pakistan or the digital infrastructure, including the national critical infrastructure. Because to impact the economy of any of the country, the CI infrastructure, critical infrastructure is the key. And that's where countries like Pakistan, they did a lot of attempt to hack to impact our CI infrastructure as well. And like today morning, the Honorable Chief Minister also said, 2 of the website was targeted by Pakistan yesterday, which was recovered. So this is the situation currently in India with respect to the digitalized world, with respect to the cyber criminal and the attacks which they are doing to our infrastructure. And the cyber security maturity. So there was a research which was done, the maturity assessment of the organization. And during that, again, assessment, one thing was observed that 73% of organizations are even not aware that they have cyber criminal, the attacker is sitting in their environment. Which means the attack is not something, because we are not in 18 or 17 era where attack is doing a damage immediately. When we talk about cyber attack, they are slowly and gradually targeting you, every citizenship of India or like us. So they come to your system, they sit idle, they do a monitoring, and when the times comes, they immediately impact you. Now let's have a look of major cyber threat in India in 2024. What are the key 5 major cyber threat which was observed in 2024? Number 1 is ransomware attack. I believe, I am assuming in this room and even now every citizenship of India must know about ransomware, because it is not only a IT problem. Every alternate newspaper, you will see the ransomware word is used because a lot of attempts are coming. So the ransomware attack is still the number 1 attack which has been observed, which has targeted India in 2024. Then we have a phishing attack. So someone mentioned about phishing in recent presentation. So phishing is moreover talking about, it is enforcing you to take some action. For example, I take example, during COVID time, there were a lot of work from home messages were delivered to everyone because there were crisis and people were struggling. So a lot of SMS was delivered. If you want to do a work from home, click on this link, register yourself, and you will start earning money, which is actually a phishing email. There are a lot of attacks which is behind that attempt, but one of the attack was phishing attack, which was actually forcing you to click on that website, that URL, enter your credentials so that your credential get compromised and he can take over your access. Then the data breaches. So every attempt which cyber criminals are doing, their intention is data exfiltration, which means, I'll take example of today's morning, the website got compromised. So it is not something just defacing your website is the motive of the cyber criminal. The motive is extract the data as well. So we have seen the data breaches are also increased in India, where any attacker, any cyber criminal, he is not just making the service unavailable, he is extracting the data first and then making the service unavailable to ensure that your data is also leaked. Then digital arrest scam. I don't need to say anything. I think today morning, Mr. Shukla sir also said that digital arrest is increasing rapidly, and it is not targeting an organization. This is targeting each one of us who are sitting in this room, right? And there are a lot of awareness campaign done by Government of India, and I think every newspaper, television, TV, everywhere we see the awareness campaign has been done to ensure that people are aware that there is no term called digital arrest exists in India. Then deepfake and AI, another repeated word, but this is again very important. By using these AI tools, the cyber criminals are using the deepfake videos, deepfake images to blackmail us, to blackmail people, to ensure that people get, they get kind of they get scared and they compromise, they take action what cyber criminal want you to take it. So these are the top 5 categories. There are a lot of other attacks as well, but top 5 categories which exist in India from the cyber security landscape, which is not again affecting only a single organization, which is affecting the entire Bharat. Now, why such surge in cyber attacks? So we have seen there are surge. All attacks, the percentage increase compared to 23 to 24, because one of the reason is like kind of a services, again, which we are doing it for good for our people, for our citizenship. But like I said, cyber criminals, and they are always ahead of us. They are utilizing, they are always looking for the, vulnerabilities or the dark side of those technologies which we are introducing for our citizenship, how they can use those technologies and compromise our data. So why there is a surge? Technologies advancement, like I said, we talked about technology. Of course, we cannot run away from technology, but with advancement of technologies, the risk always comes about the compromise, about the misuse of technologies. Because when I used to study in a school, I was a science student. It is always there are 2 aspects of any chemical, be it a good side or a bad side. Similarly, when we talk about technology, there are 2 aspects, whether it's a good side or a bad side. While the intention for our government, for us, is to have a good side of technologies, but there are people who are looking on a bad side as well. Now, geopolitical tension. I think I already discussed. Considering the geopolitical situation, the physical war is somehow getting away, and it is more moving towards the cyber war to impact the country images. And that's where geopolitical situation is one of the key reasons for this surge. Digital transformation of critical assets, critical sectors. So far we have two sort of sectors. One is our IT sector, another which we call as a national critical infrastructure. When we talk about national critical infrastructure, I believe digitalization is need of that sector as well. And when we talk about digitalization, that is also again proning another risk towards that infrastructure, which is another reason for surge in the cyber criminal attempt. And regulatory gaps. So there are a lot of regulatory requirement. Being a customer, I believe from government of India, from international bodies, there are a lot of regulatory requirement comes which also get updated based on the threat landscape, because the criminals are also getting advanced. So based on that, those landscape, those controls also gets updated. Now, being a security organization officer for any of the organization, it is very difficult to ensure that you have an updated regulatory or a compliance requirement. Now, this is, so far we have seen what is happening in India specific to 2024 from the cyber threat landscape perspective. Now, from Trellix perspective, what Trellix is? So Trellix is a global cyber security organization. So we have been trusted by global Fortune 100 companies, 53,000 customers across the globe, including India, which has government as well as non-government customers. We have existed in 185 countries, 3,500 employees, and 30 plus years of experience in cybersecurity. That shows the maturity, the kind of a awareness we have with respect to the cyber world, which we are converting or providing services to our customers as well. Now, specific to Trellix India, so we have done a huge investment in India where 2,000 plus employees are based out of India only. Last, the key solution area, how we are supporting, how we are partnering with government agencies is we are taking care of workspace security, network security, data security, and security operations. So I know I'm running out of time, but thank you very much. This is the team. We are here for entire day. Anything, we are there to help you, to discuss with you, to go a deep dive in anything in cybersecurity. Thank you very much.